Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Today is the day that it all begins. We learned something very interesting from the Sikha of the Rebbe. The Rebbe emphasizes that just like the world is created at every moment, Hashem didn't just create the world in past tense, but He continues to recreate the world at every moment. That the natural state of reality, the natural state of the world is to not exist. It's only because Hashem is constantly giving the world existence at every moment that the world exists. So too, like we have the example, if you throw a ball, you throw a rock. By throwing the rock, you're imposing a force upon the rock. The natural way of the rock, the natural existence of the rock is to be on the floor, to be stuck on the floor, to be stagnant on the floor. The rock is only flying because there's a constant force that propels the rock into the air. So too, this world's natural state is to not exist. At every moment that the world is existing, it's because Hashem is, so to speak, propelling the world into existence. This is a miraculous reality, and by just simply meditating upon this, that every moment that we're here is it itself a miracle, a greater miracle than even the splitting of the seas, because the world is not supposed to exist naturally. Naturally, the world, it doesn't make sense that there's a world. There's no even potential for this world to exist. The only reason why this world exists is because Hashem constantly, miraculously brings it into being. And this includes each and every one of us. We did not create ourselves. Hashem is constantly creating us. So by meditating upon this, we feel Hashem's presence immediately. To take this a step further, the Rebbe explains how this relates to the Torah. Just as the Torah was given 3,333 years ago on Mount Sinai to Moshe Rabbeinu and all of the Jewish people, all of Israel, every member of Israel to be born, even in the future, was present. With that being said, yes, the Torah continues to be given every single moment. It wasn't just given 3,333 years ago. It's being given every moment. This is why we say in the morning, Baruch Atah Hashem noisen Torah. We say, blessed are you, God, who gives us the Torah. Not who gave us the Torah, who gives it right now. With this, we can appreciate and allow ourselves to learn Torah in a much deeper way. That when we learn Torah as if it's the first time we're learning it. Just like when a person begins to get close to Hashem. In the beginning of their process of getting closer to Hashem, it's much easier because they have this excitement, this newfound energy. But the Rebbe is saying, no, at every moment we can tap into that new energy. Because the Torah is being given at every moment. Therefore, we have to, at every moment, see the Torah as if it's been just given to us. Like it's the first time. The Rebbe explains that Hashem gave us this ability to learn Torah like this. And that's why in the Shema prayer, we say, that we say in the blessing, these are the things that I'm commanding you today. Why does Hashem say today to us? Because every day He recommands us to follow His word. This is a very encouraging thing. We realize that right now, in this very specific moment, I can choose to connect myself to the Creator like never before. It takes an instant to make a decision. If we make the decision to get closer to Hashem, right now we can immediately reach heights we've never thought imaginable. It just takes that desire. As we said, when we desire something, Hashem paves the path for us. We also have to recognize that this relates to a child. A child, everything is very exciting for a child because everything is fresh. The experiences that he goes through are new, so they're exciting. He's not used to them, so to speak. They're very stimulating. So too in our service of Hashem, we have to be like children of Hashem. We are the children of Hashem. So our service of Him has to be exciting and brand new and fresh. And with that, the Rebbe explains, by doing that, when a person does a mitzvah just without the proper focus, he brings down a spark of Hashem's light. But the spark is divided from Hashem's infinite light, so to speak. But when we serve Hashem with the proper focus, and we serve Hashem like today's the first day we're serving Hashem, in a way of freshness, in a way of renewal, then it's not just the spark of godly light, but the spark of light is actually attached to the source, and we bring down Hashem's infinite light. This is by being excited and trying to see every day as brand new. Being in the moment and recognizing that Hashem is creating the world and giving me the Torah at this specific moment, as if it's like the first time. And this is why children experience life in such a euphoric and meaningful way, because children, it says, there was a tzaddik, he would always ask children if they remember Gan Eden, because it says, as our soul comes down into this world from heaven, from above, and Hashem puts our soul into this world, when a child first comes to the world, his soul is still new, it's still fresh, so to speak, from heaven, so it still has that spark of heaven within it. That's why children live such a beautiful life. That's why the tzaddikim would always, this tzaddik, famous tzaddik, would always ask the children, do you remember Gan Eden? As our soul, unfortunately, if a soul gets too comfortable in this world, it loses that spark of heaven within the world. So that's why the Rebbe is telling us we always have to be children of Hashem. We always have to retain that freshness in our service to the Creator. And then we can reach even greater heights than a child. Because when an adult willingly serves Hashem with that freshness and renewal, he reaches an even greater level than where the child starts off. Because the child, that's the default where he starts off. But if an adult chooses to make himself like a new creation in the presence of Hashem, will reach much greater heights. Another reason why we have to be like children before Hashem is children, they don't live life with all these calculations. Of course, we have to try to understand the things we're doing, and we have to focus, and there's times for calculations. But a child's not living his life always based off his own understanding and calculations. A child is fully in the moment. He's experiencing the moment for what it is, not according to his calculations. And when a child trusts in his father because he's given over to his father. He doesn't have to understand something. But if his father tells him to do it, he recognizes that his father wants best for him. So too we have to be children of Hashem to base our relationship with our desire higher than even our calculations. That if Hashem's telling me to do something, how much more so if my parent tells me to do something and I know they know better than me, so I'm going to do it. How much more so with the Creator, who's infinitely above my parents as well. So if Hashem wants something from me, even if I don't understand it, the very fact that my Creator is telling me, the Lord, Hashem, who's beyond infinitely above my grasp, if He's going to tell me to do this, why should I calculate? Calculating is only making things more difficult. But once you establish your trust in Hashem, then it starts to flow down into your logic and your intelligence as well. But we have to our connection to the Creator has to be above logic. Once we have a connection to Hashem above logic, like the child, that's simplicity. We know that Baal Shem Tov teaches simplicity is always superior. Same way, when we're children in Hashem's presence, we have that purity, we have that innocence in Hashem's eyes, and that's how we can bring down even greater revelation to the world. So it's important that with God's help, we'll be able to live every moment as if it's our first and last moment here, to be excited in every mitzvah that we have the opportunity to do to serve Hashem. When a person risks losing something, that's when they realize the preciousness and the importance of that certain thing. We have the opportunity to realize the preciousness and the importance of what we have right now before we lose it. Chas v'shalom, we won't have to lose it. Sometimes a person can come to only appreciate something when it's gone. We have the ability to appreciate everything now. We've been blessed by the Creator. We're here today. The fact that we woke up today is a blessing. Let us take our time to bond with the Creator and make today the first day of the Geulah, of the redemption of Hashem. It all starts today. It takes one moment to make a decision. As we see our fellow nation, people who, of course, we saw the news of the previous few days. Let us increase for their sake. Let us not go unchanged. Let us be changed by this experience. Let us power through to bring the Mashiach. Let us do something to fix what's going on. Hashem is going to help us. Hashem will pave the path for us. We need to place our trust in Him and dedicate ourselves to Him. But the way we do it is with simcha, with joy, and with excitement. To make it, as we said earlier today, to make Hashem my God. Not just God, but He's my God. He's interested in me, and He cares about me specifically. Each and every one of us. Let us make today that day. And then we bring down the infinite light within the world. And we'll be children in the presence of Hashem. And we'll be our King and our Father. May Hashem bless you. May today be the day. Please share this with others.